All right, quick reminder, our webinar on trading inflection points, trying to enter where you'll just be green right away and never have to sit through the ugliness of being red in a stock and then have to make all the decisions. Do I average down? What do I do? Do I get out and take a quick loss? So on. For me, what totally transformed my trading and made me an extremely consistent, profitable trader is waiting for the right entry. All right, and that's what the webinar is going to be about tomorrow night at 7:30. Make sure you get registered or you won't be able to get in. Nobody's going to be turned away. We bought enough seats, so nobody will be turned away this time. All right, so looking forward to it. Tomorrow at 7:30, free scotch on the rocks at the door for the first 100 people, as long as I can figure out how to give you free scotch over the internet. So anyway, that's what's going on tomorrow night. Email me if you don't know how to register, or just search my Twitter feed. I put out plenty of reminders about registering for the webinar. It's at Great Stock Picks, GreatStockPicks. Let's go into the watch list for tomorrow. SPY. Just kind of a narrow day. Keep in mind, guys, Christmas is in what? Is in 6 days. Wow. And so the holiday, the December volume is very. There's not a lot of things moving really far. It's not very liquid out there. So this time of year is a good time to try to catch a morning trade, spend the rest of your day with your family. Speaking of which, my daughter is flying in the morning, so I will not be there tomorrow at all. I'm going to spend the day with her, and she'll be here for a week or so. We're excited to have her, and I will be taking tomorrow off, but I will be there for the webinar tomorrow evening. All right, so good luck tomorrow. Since I won't be trading, I'll tell you all now. Good luck tomorrow trading. So the SPY is just, narrow range today, sitting at the 8-day. Again, no shock events, so I just go on and, build my watch list and trade as I usually would. So here's what I've got for tomorrow. APTO goes back on watch. APTO had this big spike, quiet inside day, but closing near its highs. I like it over $1.55 tomorrow. Keep your eyes on that one. LEI. This is obscure, but I thought I'd throw it on there because some of the low-priced oil and gas plays are moving a bit. This one has great support below, and if I zoom in a little bit, you can see it's trying to peek out of its last 3 days range. Very obscure one, but I thought it was worth putting on watch because you had a high, lower high, lower high. So it's really in kind of some like a wedge pattern. Maybe that's not what it's called, but it's trying to push up to the upside. So if oil and gas plays get going, this might be a fun one to play. CETX. Let me pan out so you can see these charts a little better. CETX, really nice pop here. Lower high, and then this, about 4 sessions ago, it took out this lower high. Pretty clean pullback and closed strong today. So, I don't know. I don't really have a trigger price for you, but this is worth keeping on watch for a possible pop. CSBR, nice close today. This one, after this pop up, has been chopping straight sideways, and today kind of trying to resolve to the upside on a little extra volume. I like that for a potential long tomorrow. ESEA, one of those shippers, just goes back on bounce watch. Had the huge move on Thursday and now Friday, and today a couple days lower back into the 20-day. Nice narrow range today. Goes back on bounce watch tomorrow. Probably want to keep your eyes on dry ships. You can't even tell by that chart. So if dry ships gets going, these shippers might be a good idea to pile in. But ESEA is a pretty good setup. 2-day pullback after a huge pop. XGTI, this is a weird stock. Rolled over on Friday, then today gaps up and rips out of the gate at the open. I had it on Gap Watch, but whenever they just gap and rip right out of the gate, I just can't. I don't chase. I don't teach anybody to chase. So I never caught an entry in this one. And really, if you think about it, it ran for about 15 minutes. Could have had plenty of money there, but I just never found a clean entry, right? I just will not chase. So, and I also won't buy that opening print because that is a 100% coin flip, all right? So, anyway, with that in mind, because of this huge move it made from, let's see, the low here was 302 all the way to almost 5 in about 20 minutes, and then kind of just slowly grinded lower the rest of the day, it deserves to be on watch. Again, I don't have a trigger price for you, but it's showing us that it can move really big at times, so I definitely want to watch it. CNAT. This one is on watch purely because of after hours. It ripped to almost $6 and now is trading at 470. So still, I mean, you can't even see 470 on this chart. So, that'll be a potential morning gap play tomorrow. The guys in chat know how to trade them. I won't be there, but CNAT, they would have found this in the morning if I didn't have it on watch anyway. But that gap up is worth watching. HMNY, huge pop, another pop, and then another pop, and then it's really holding 4 well. And then today it got another huge pop on some news that it ran almost to 590. Looking at it on 15s, let's go out to 60s actually. All right, so you can see this huge pop here to almost, what did that go to? 650, right? Now you've got a lower high that went to 586. That was today. Really nice support in the area above 4. Now, I don't like the way that this basically rolled over at the end of the day. I was telling people that, hey, if this closes anywhere around 5, it's going to have a really pretty decent chart and should probably be the number one stock that you watch tomorrow since I won't be there. But it ended up closing at 449. So picture this being green and closing right there at 5. It's a little more solid, right? A little closer to the highs. But with these pops it's getting, absolutely want to keep it on a chart. That thing might trade in a narrow range for the first half hour tomorrow and then break to the upside, in which case if you have it on a chart, you can get in right at that break and then watch everybody else and their mother chase it, and you can sell to them. So, I mean, it's worth having a stock like HMNY on a chart. And then lastly, I've got SKLN. I'll zoom in a little bit here. So you had a nice pop here, another nice pop here, another nice pop here, and it was kind of coiled. And today, actually, Wayne called this early, right about here where my arrow is, just at the break of 350. And I don't know, in 5 or 6 minutes, it went to 388. It all happened so quick, I never even got it. But I do like the way this chart is kind of holding up. I don't like the way it sold that pop, but I definitely would watch that tomorrow if I were trading. And that's it. That's the list I have. So, trade safe, trade smart tomorrow. And I hope to see a whole bunch of you tomorrow night in the webinar. I'm looking forward to it. Have a good night, guys.